You go to a restaurant's website to order food. The website works perfectly fine. Then, somewhere between picking your food and checking out, they ask you to download the app. Maybe they give you free fries. Maybe it's 20% off your first order. Maybe half the loyalty program just doesn't exist unless you install it, which is a little weird. They already have a website. You're already trying to give them money. Why do they care which rectangle you tap while doing it? Because the website is great at helping you buy something. The app is much better at helping them sell you the next thing. And the thing after that. A normal website mostly has to wait for you to come back. You have to think about the company. Open a browser, search for it, click a link, maybe pass a few competitors on the way, and eventually make it back to their site. Once you install their app, that relationship changes. Now they have an icon sitting on your phone, and if you allow notifications, they can reach you without you doing anything first. You can be sitting at work thinking about absolutely nothing related to McDonald's, and suddenly, $1 fries today. McDonald's doesn't have to hope you remember McDonald's. McDonald's can remind you that McDonald's exists. That sounds like a small difference, but from the company's point of view, it's enormous. A website lives out on the open internet. Between you and Starbucks might be Google, an ad, a browser, search results, competing coffee shops, delivery apps, or whatever else happens to get your attention first. But if you already have the Starbucks app, Starbucks has a direct route back to you. They don't need Google to help you find Starbucks again. This is a big part of what companies are actually buying when they convince you to install their app. Not just another place to show you the same menu, a direct channel to an existing customer. And that becomes even more valuable once you sign in, because now you're not just another anonymous person visiting a web page. You're the same customer coming back again. The company can connect your purchases to your account. It can know what rewards you have. It can remember your favorite store, previous orders, saved preferences, and whatever other information you've chosen to give it. That continuity makes loyalty programs much more useful. And loyalty programs are a huge part of why some companies care so much about their apps. McDonald's ended 2025 with nearly 210 million 90-day active loyalty users across 70 markets. The company says those loyalty customers visit more often. And in 2024, McDonald's reported around $30 billion in system-wide sales to loyalty members. In its first quarter 2025 results, Starbucks reported 34.6 million 90-day active rewards members in the US. Those members accounted for about 60% of the money spent at US company-operated stores, and almost a third of transactions were mobile orders. So when a company offers you free food or a pile of bonus points just for downloading its app, that suddenly makes a lot more sense. They're spending a little money right now to get you into a system built around getting you to return. The free fries are not the business model. You coming back next Tuesday is the business model. And once you do come back, the app can make buying something almost annoyingly easy. The first time you use an app might not be any faster than using the website. You still have to download it, sign in, set everything up, and probably dismiss 6 permission requests. But the 5th time is different. Your account is already there. Your store may already be selected. Your payment method can be saved. Your usual order might be sitting right in front of you. Your points are already attached. Tap, tap, done. That tiny reduction in effort matters a lot more for something you buy repeatedly. If you order coffee 4 times a week, shaving a little friction off every purchase can be valuable. If you buy a mattress once every 8 years, probably less so. And this is where some claims about apps get a little misleading. You'll sometimes see statistics saying app customers spend dramatically more than website customers. That may be true in the data, but there's an obvious problem. The kind of person willing to install the Nike app was probably more interested in Nike to begin with. So you can't just look at app users spending more money and conclude that installing the app magically caused all of it. Some of that difference is probably the app. Some of it is that the company's best customers are the people most likely to download the app in the first place. Either way, companies still want those customers inside the app because it gives them a much better system for keeping that relationship going. And yes, data is part of this, just not necessarily in the cartoon villain way people sometimes describe it. A website can collect plenty of information too. The bigger advantage is that apps often keep customers signed in and funnel more of their interactions through the same account, making that customer easier to recognize over time. You viewed this. You bought this. You redeemed this offer. You normally order from this location. You haven't bought anything for 3 weeks. That can help a company decide what offers to show you, how to personalize the app, how its loyalty program works, or which customers it should try to win back. But having an app does not give a company unlimited access to everything happening on your phone. On iPhones, for example, tracking someone across other companies' apps and websites is restricted by Apple's app tracking transparency system. So, the useful distinction isn't really website is private, but the app spies on you. It's that an app can create a stronger first-party relationship between you and that company. There are also some things native apps can simply do better. Depending on the business, an app can use the camera for scanning, location for pickup features, biometrics for signing in, widgets, Bluetooth, NFC, offline features, badges, deep links, and tighter integration with the phone itself. Sometimes the app genuinely is a better product. And technically, a company doesn't even need a traditional app to do every one of these things anymore. Modern websites can send push notifications too. On an iPhone, a website added to your home screen can request permission to send notifications that appear on the lock screen. So websites can't send notifications isn't really true anymore. There is one fairly important catch. A normal person who visits a restaurant's website once probably isn't going to add that website to their home screen, approve notifications, and start treating it like an app. And if the company has already convinced you to do all of that, they've basically convinced you to install something anyway. Which brings us back to those free fries. Getting someone to install an app is actually asking quite a lot. You have to leave whatever you're doing, open an app store, download it, give it storage space, create an account or sign in, maybe add a payment method, deal with permissions, and then care enough not to delete it a week later. That is friction. So companies try to buy their way through it. Here's $5 off, here are 1,000 points, here's a free drink. They're betting that whatever they give up today is worth it if having the app makes you a more frequent customer over the next few years. But that bet does not always work. Apps cost money to build and maintain. They need updates, testing, separate development, platform compliance, and app store review. And most importantly, customers need an actual reason to keep them. A 2025 study of 116 retailers and brands found that 74% offered transactional mobile apps, but only 27% offered features exclusive to the app. One reason the researchers said many apps still lack clear benefits to drive downloads and ongoing use, which explains why some company apps feel pointless. Sometimes they are. An app makes the most sense when there is a relationship worth making more frequent. Coffee, fast food, groceries, retail, rides, travel. Things where the company expects you to return again and again, because that is really what the app is designed around. A website says, "Come find us when you need something." An app says, "We know you came back. We know what you like. We can make buying it easier. We can reward you for doing it again. And occasionally, we can put a picture of discounted fries directly on your lock screen." The app was never really about replacing the website. The website can already sell you something. The app is there because selling you the next thing is much more valuable.